Hey y'all, it's the Cursed Prophet back with another video. I hope that you guys are having a blessed day, a blessed month, and a blessed year. I want to first go ahead and say happy anniversary to the Tulsa City Massacre. I don't really want to say that it's a celebration, but more of an honoring. But I still think it's a celebration because our ancestors were doing so well before the man came and took once again what was ours. But you know, it's all good. If you are a descendant of these ancestors, or you are really involved in this case of the Tulsa City Massacre, I don't know much about this story. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but the ancestors did tell me these are some good ancestors for you to pull, especially knowing the good deeds that they did and the stuff that they were able to achieve. You may be able to get them some redemption if you are a fellow witch or a healer or anything of that sort. So let's go ahead and honor them today, and I hope you guys started honoring yesterday. I believe they say it marks 100 years for the Tulsa City Massacre, and I just want to tell those ancestors that I love them. I'm sorry for what happened to them, and may they elevate, and God bless them. But moving on, I want to come and talk about Miss Monique. In her comments about the Bonnets and her once again getting Black America in an uproar. Let me tell you what's going on with Monique. And this goes all the way back to the whole thing with Netflix. The thing with Monique is that Monique tried to step into the grandma energy, or the old school auntie energy, a little earlier than what she was supposed to. If you notice, the gray hair was kind of your sign of the energy that she was trying to mount, because anybody knows a woman of her stature and her age, especially in Hollywood, that lady should have her some dark and lovely once a week, once a month. Have her grandma and your mama and your auntie and your sister, and even the gays did it. When it's time to go get your dark and lovely, you get it. Monique is trying to pull an energy upon herself, and I'm not going to say that it's not going to work. I'm just going to say that it's not working now, and I'm going to say that she tried to step into her calling a little too early, and this is why it keeps backfiring against her, and this is why the Black folk keep looking at her sideways. I will say though that the Black folk should show her a little bit more respect, especially when it came to the Netflix shit. Monique did go against some really powerful Black folk, or probably the most powerful Black folk known to us in the industry. Tyler Perry, Spike Lee, Oprah Winfrey, those type of people. She went against some pretty hardcore people, and she stood her ground. And she was fucked over, and she was made, she made a fool of herself. But what Monique was trying to tell you guys is that back in the day, and I just heard this recently on a TV show too. I think it was a reality TV show. It may have been the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I believe one of the girls on the show said that their grandma taught them that the two things that they were able to bring to somebody's house when they came over was a beat face, so a face full of makeup and, well put together. And I guess the offering that you brought to people's houses, because, in Black communities, it was always a thing where you never went to anybody's house without an offering when you came over or when you were invited, and you always dressed in your best. And I think that's really where she was coming from. I just feel like her delivery keeps getting overlooked. I'm just now watching the video. I haven't watched it fully. I'm maybe 30 seconds into it, but I wanted to go ahead and make this video because that is exactly what is going on with Monique. Monique is trying to mount an energy of an older grandma, or I'm not going to say Cicely Tyson, but like people like that, like Cicely Tyson, the Claire Huxtables, the Maya Angelos. She keeps trying to step into it, and it's just not her time. Hers will come later. Although she is at that age where she could, it's just not her time. And she tried to, take the baton of that power, and it's kind of going against her. And she keeps trying to mount the energy upon her, and it's not working. So you will continue probably to see her, not really fall, but her messages just won't come out right. And then with not having anybody backing her up, she continues to look bad. And then you have the millennial kids who came out of the womb knowing how to read a bitch. Like, they read bitches from A to Z. But don't get that confused with good debating, because the new millennials do not know how to debate. They know how to read a bitch, but they can't debate. They really don't know the research. They really have not studied anything. They really don't know shit. But they're supposed to. They were supposed to come in and save us and elevate us. The people who mean everybody in this world harm got to them before we could. But that's what's going on with Miss Monique. I pray that she goes to a healer or a spiritualist, or she gets herself together, because I know her husband was getting a lot of backlash because she was calling him daddy, I believe. And people thought, he's making all the decisions in her career. He's not an actor. Why does he even have any say-so? He needs to sit the fuck down. And I believe she came out and confirmed that he does not even, put his nose inside of her business. I just think that he's being an outstanding husband and doing, standing behind his wife. So I think we had that confused. So I think you guys need to get off of his dick and more so focus on Monique and the shenanigans that she be trying to pull. But she really needs to go sit down with some elders, and I'm going to need to get her together. And I will be real. Oprah and Tyler Perry did try to get her together, but she just was not hearing it. She was just so caught up in her message that she just could not, stand back and really hear clearly. It's not that it was good advice. It was just more so good advice for Hollywood and how you move in Hollywood. And they pretty much were just telling her, honey, it's not time for you to accept your flowers. You accepted some of your flowers, but it's not your time yet. Have a seat. Have several. So that is my outlook on Miss Monique. I just think it is a person who is trying to be a little bit older than what she is for whatever reason. She really wants to be like this civil rights leader. She really wants to really step into that energy of the old auntie from back in the day during the civil rights movement, and really move her black people and really be like a voice of us. And it just never ends up working. But we have looked at the cards and we have read her energy, and she was supposed to step into this energy. Like I said, it just happened way too fast, and she may have ruined her opportunity to do it. Or I take that back. I'm not going to say her opportunity to do it, but I'm going to more so say her opportunity to have a really big following like she should have. Because Monique has paid her dues, we will say that. But that's just a quick little mini reading on Miss Monique. I love me some Monique. I do be weak on the shit she be saying. I think some of you guys are taking the bonnet shit really too hard. I think what she really said was more on back in the day, coming from the energy of what our ancestors used to teach us, just about, going out in public, because, black people didn't have much. So the little stuff we did have, and when we would go out in the best that we had. And the stuff that we had, even if it was hand-me-downs, we honored that stuff and we took care of that stuff. And she's saying, I guess, I haven't got to the video like I said, but I believe that she's trying to say that, if you got it, flaunt it. If you got good shit, wear it. If you got a good wig, put it on your head. Stop stepping out in the fucking bonnet. But this is the Cursed Prophet. I love you guys. Bye-bye.